My name is David Henry. I live in Phoenix, Arizona, and been there for 4 years. Why did I join Market Mastery Group? I saw the ads 2-3 years ago that Stephen Sikowski had put out. I don't even remember where they appeared. And I was concerned that it might be a scam. So I looked at him and I went through it, and I decided it was very unlikely it was a scam. Stephen even in the ads, was very self-disclosing, revealing things about how they were operating and putting a guarantee into satisfaction into it. So I was ready to go with it. And the other thing that made a big difference for me was that I had my own business for many years, and that had to close down. But I wanted to find a new way to generate income for me that would allow me to work part-time at it and to do my writing. My big goal is to complete myself as a full-time freelance writer. And this is possible with this program, although for the first year, it may take at least a full year before I'm ready to start doing the writing, because you really have to, for me, I'm gonna have to learn a lot as I get through there. But I'm already making money, and I've only been in it for, how long? 3-4 months. Not a lot of money, but I'm making it. My biggest takeaway about working with them, with Pam and Steve. Well, first of all, they're not in it for the money. They make plenty of money for themselves and they're trading, but they're not doing this program for the money. I've did the calculations based on what people pay to join and be in it, and the number of people that are in it. By my best estimate, they make some money, but they're not making a lot. But they're honest, they're straightforward, they're self-revealing, they're transparent. They don't hide anything. I've seen other programs where that wasn't the same thing. But, so that's one takeaway. The knowledge is extraordinary, but they also feed it to you in pieces. Stephen is great at framing things. He's a bit of an evangelist. He wants to share the good news with everybody he can. And he lays it out for you in a way that makes you ask questions, and that's great. And Pam is a brilliant technician and a brilliant teacher. And she knows how to hear what the question is and parse the answer for what you need to hear. It's quite a team. I've been working with stocks for well over 10 years. But I also, after I closed my business, I didn't come out of it with enough money to retire. I didn't come out with enough money to quit work. And I've got this goal to do writing. So the numbers weren't adding up. I wasn't making enough money to give myself enough of a cushion where I could be comfortable. And even though I was doing okay by most people's standards, I was having returns of between 20 and 50% a year. And that's okay, but the number wasn't working. I needed to make it grow faster. I don't have forever to make it happen. So, the big change for me is to see that it can happen. Today Pam was talking about what she considers to be her basic standard. Now, Pam is an advanced trader, but the standard she sets for her is that for her total investment money to double every year. Now, you double, let's say you have $100,000 and in 1 year you double it, you got 200, and that's okay. But the next year you got 400, and the next year you got 8, and by 5 years you got $1.5 million. By 6 or 7 years, you're looking at $3 million, maybe more. So, and she's over it. It's just exciting to see that possible at last. Well, there's a lot of parts. There's the learning, and there's the food. It's been great. But I would say, if I had to pick out a single piece that was not expected, it's the community here. These are good people. These aren't super rich people. These are people who are smart, and some of them have been making good money for a while. that have been in the program for a while, that these are easy people to be with. They care about their fellow human being. It's a nice community. That's what's really caught me unexpected. What would I tell someone who was considering joining it? I would say, don't worry about whether it's real. Worry about whether you're ready to make the choice and make the commitment to do it. Because there's learning to be done. Anybody who's coming into this, you're going to spend some serious time. It may take you a year, it may take you even a little longer to come up to speed with where you want to be. Some people aren't ready to do that. But don't doubt whether it's possible. And you don't need to be a brilliant person. You don't need to be especially experienced with trading. You just will have some catch-up to do. But the program is designed for people who are ready, who can do that, who are willing to do that, people come in with all different levels of knowledge. I've met two people that I've spent time with here in the last couple days who have almost no knowledge of how to do this stuff. But in the course of being here these last 2 days, they both get it. Okay, I see how I can do this, kind of a thing. So that's what I would say. The choice really is whether you are ready for this. My biggest challenge in the trading area was that although I knew how to pick good quality stocks and I liked companies that were well run, I in fact used to be a management consultant. I helped companies make good decisions about who to hire based on the values the person brought in with them. This made me valuable to these companies as a consultant. I wasn't an employee, but they hired me for this. But I was good at evaluating companies and choosing good growth companies. I wasn't always good at understanding when to sell and when to buy. I was tied into holding things for a long period of time, and I wasn't sure when to get out. There are times to get out. One of the things you learn in this program is something called technical analysis. Now, understanding how well a company is run and its prospects for growing, those are basic financial things that are called fundamental analysis. But the things about how the stock is doing and how you'll make money from the stock is tied to something called technical analysis. And the technical analysis has to do with patterns that are in the way the stock moves. You don't want to get stuck with a stock that's $100 today and $50 next year, right? Even a good company, that can happen to you. A lot of times the stock market, in the last 30 years, we've probably had 2 or 3 or 4 different times that the stock market has crashed. And companies have gone from being worth a lot to being worth very little. And then, like when the dot-com crash came in the 2003 or 4, whatever that was, it took 17 years for those prices to come back to where they were before the crash. That can happen. Well, you gotta sell before that happens. You gotta recognize what's likely to happen in the market and know how to protect yourself. That is a big deal. And that was something that that was my problem. And I got stuck more than once that way. Well, I'm only 4 months into this, 4 months? I guess 5 months into the program right now. So I haven't had any giant wins. But I guess if I had to point to a win, it was that I was successful in doing a certain kind of a trade where you do 2 pieces to a trade. One is you buy an option that's involved with the stock going up, but you also do a smaller piece that does well if the stock goes down. And you might have that smaller piece be there only for a short period of time or a longer period of time, but it protects you in case there's a risk of the stock going down. In fact, sometimes you make more money from the stock going down than you do for going up. And I did that successfully with 2 trades recently, and that felt real good. Well, there's a weekend that introduces you to the program and gives you a lot of information to start. that's what you see there is what you get. That's actually, that's real. And in the course of seeing that, you may see Pam and Steve bicker or fight or disagree. And they do. It's like, and Pam said when I was watching, she was saying, yeah, we're like family. So I'm like this with my family. I tell them, no, you're all wrong. Go to hell, you know? And that I appreciate. I appreciate the honesty of that. They're not trying to pose. I would not limit MMG to just one word if I had to. I would say it's evolutionary for me and revolutionary for me. We are MMG.